Okay, this morning I came out, checked everything, and the marbles haven't moved in days and days. And they hadn't moved this morning. So I've been inside, just doing my thing inside. Got up, stretched my legs and stuff, thought I'd check things, and noticed that the marbles are moved. Bitsy was not outside, Amy was not outside. It's not very windy at all. Bitsy's out here now, but I just let her out. So what we got is these ones are moved. Okay, there was a dark blue in here, a dark blue in here. I believe the white one was here, and the light blue one was here. Now the other dark blue one is down here on the step. So it's 2 steps down, and these ones are moved. So I do not know why they did this, but it almost had to be them. There hasn't been anybody else here, no animals, nothing. So I'll put them back and see if anything else happens. I didn't see any other signs of it being up either, at least not yet. I'm going to finish walking around the house again to see if there are any changes. So yeah, that's how they were. Put them back. Okay, so I came around after finding the marbles messed with to see if I saw anything else, and I did. I found this piece of bark stuck in the ground right here by the tree. Oops. Bitsy, stay back. I don't want her to bump it. Yeah, stuck in the ground. Yeah, there's no way that that light piece of bark fell from the tree and stuck in the ground like that. That's pretty cool. And of course, it's right here by the living room and bedroom. The little helicopters, whatever you want to call them, maple seeds, finally blew out of there. But I've been keeping track, and all the ones that go in there are with the heavy part up. So yeah, check that out. I love it when they do that. I've seen a couple other things that were a little iffy, but I'm not sure. Well, I'll show you. Oh, Betsy! Now see, she just, well, there. Yeah, it was kind of like that. So there's that. She wants to be with me, which I love, but then she gets in the way of if I'm trying to film stuff. This square stone just showed up here. I know I cleaned that out. What the heck is this? Some little toy. What is that, Tweety? I'll have to clean it up. Wonder where that came from. Because this summer, I completely cleaned this out. I mean, I weeded it. I totally cleaned it out, so I don't know. Okay, Jim and I had a fire, and this is really cool because we were sitting out there, and I heard the dogs over the hill barking. And I've told Jim before, when you hear that, the dogs barking like that, I think the Bigfoots are coming or they're around. And so we were recording, and I have what's coming up here. You'll hear me say something about the dogs, and then I said, "Here they come," and Jim's like, "Who? What?" And I'm like, "The Bigfoots." And then about 8 minutes later, I yell down to him and say, "Hey, you guys coming up?" Then another 8 minutes later, they're here, and they're down in the field below us, and they did the war cry, which is just awesome. And we were kind of talking while they did it, which I'm sorry, but that's just what happens sometimes. But it's really cool.
Huh?
Bigfoots.
Yes.
Guys, you gonna come up? What? Did you just hear that? War cry. While you were saying that. You can hear war cry. It's Sunday, November 7th, 6:58 a.m. So last night we had a fire, and what I came out here to report is that Jim found these blue balls at work, and they are the perfect color that they love. And he was so happy. He said he saw them and he thought, score! So he brought them home, and they've been in the magnetic bowl since the 3rd. What did I say? This is the 7th, right? Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, this is the 7th. And this is how I found them this morning. They put one of them in the little basket. They've been just right here, lined up, and they picked one up and put it in there. That's pretty cool. So they were definitely up last night after we went in. And kind of cool, exciting stuff. It is really cold out here. But I'm going to go ahead and take my walk around and look. So I'll let you know if I see anything else. The piece of bark is still sticking straight up. Okay, so it's almost 8 o'clock, I think. Let me see. Yeah. And I've been inside editing for hours and hours and hours. So I thought I'd come back out and check things again. And to my surprise, they were up, and look what they did. They turned the basket over on top of the ball that was in it. There's a ladybug on it, but I doubt that's anything to do with them. That's funny. And I found this thing. I'm going to put it out for him. That's that thing that I found in the front. So I'm going to put it here. And see if they would like it. Take a picture real quick. So I probably should acknowledge this and turn it back over. I think I'll do that and see if they do anything else with it. That's how I've been having it, like that. They're so funny. Okay, so I have been taking an antibiotic for my Lyme disease for 2 weeks. I got another week left of it. I've been feeling better. Today, though, I wasn't, so I went in and laid down. Actually, there's something that happens whenever you have Lyme and you take an antibiotic and it kills off the bacteria. Then you have like a reaction where you don't feel good again. It's crazy. Anyways, it's probably what's happening. But anyhow, the reason I'm telling you that is because while I was laying down taking a nap, they were up. And this morning, I came out and checked everything and nothing had happened. But here's what they did. They put the ball in the basket again. Oh. Also on the front porch, one of the blue marbles is moved. We'll go look at it. Okay. I saw this when I first got up. I mean, they're normally in line like that, so I suppose Bitsy could have bumped it. She usually doesn't when she, like, I'm always amazed at how careful cats can be around stuff and not knock stuff down. But it could have been her. But since they were up, I'm thinking maybe they did it. So, walk around and see if I see anything else, but I doubt it. Bark's still in the ground. Yeah, I don't see anything. If anything else happens, though, I'll let you know. I do have a little bit of bad news to report. The grandkids were here a couple days ago, and Annabelle was playing with some of her favorite dolls, and her doll's one of them, and she lost it. So I'm still hopeful we'll find it somewhere, but Annabelle lost her Annabelle doll. She felt kind of bad. Okay, so I'm doing my rounds this morning, and this rock that was here is now here. And there's a stick beside it, but it was really windy last night, so I know the wind didn't blow that. Don't know why that's moved. Bitsy was inside. There's one thing on the banister railing that was turned over, but it could have rolled because, I mean, it was really windy. So I just turned it back over. So the only thing I see that the wind couldn't have done was that rock. We're walking, huh, Bits? She's my little shadow. Well, that's all I see. I'll show you what was rolled over, but I really think it was just from the wind. This little guy was turned over. Oh, this little guy was turned over. Actually, that might be a little tough to get on. It's upside down. I don't know. Put these in here, but they're same as they were. Everything else is the same. Okay. Okay, I noticed this the other day, and I haven't done much looking at it because it's been really cold and rainy and stuff. But I noticed these two sticks laying here, and they both have like arched parts, and they're laying right beside each other. And when I first saw it, I thought, that's strange. I mean, I came over and investigated because they have made arches in the yard with sticks before, like stuck in the ground. These ones aren't stuck in the ground. But this is a good example of having to give it your best guess and interpretation, because it could definitely be natural right under the tree, and we've had wind. So anyways, what we got here is the two arched sticks. We got a couple other sticks here. That one's got a Y shape, and then you got this one laying here that's right at the edge of the grass. And then I just noticed over here a Y stick laying here, and it's sticking up. Part of it's sticking up, like, I don't know, it just looks really odd to me. And like I said, it could totally be natural. It really could. Because that's what I thought originally. And still kind of, I don't know. But, I mean, what are the odds of two branches falling, lining up so perfectly? The arches are lined up perfectly. At the same time? Like, just, what are the odds on that? Why didn't one of them fall with the arch down? So I may be making more of it than I should, but this is just one of them things when you live with Bigfoots. It's like, sometimes you just don't know for sure. So anyways, we got that arched one, we got this arched one, and then right in line with it is the one over here at the edge of the grass. And then right behind that, we got the weirdo sticking up one right there. Sorry, I'm using my phone. So, anyhow, there's that. Other than that, they haven't really been doing much because I think it's been too nasty out. Okay, if I see anything else, I shall let you know. One more thing that I think is interesting is that the placement of the arches and that stick and everything, if they're placed, kind of like highlight or look at this section of stuff here that I've been doing with rocks. I did this, completed it before it got bad out and before I got sick. And then I had Jim help move some of these big rocks. And he did that just maybe a week ago. So it was impressive. He picked that one up and carried it. So, I don't know if they saw that and they're like highlighting, wow, the rock stuff. I don't know. Because I had him flip those ones over because they were laying on where flowers would come up, and just in case I didn't get to finishing this before spring, I didn't want it to smother the flowers underneath. So I had him flip them and bring this one. Well, I wanted him to flip it, but he carried it. So anyhow, I could be just letting my mind go totally wild with imagination, but just how it is when you live with Bigfoot visit in your yard all the time. You're never really sure what the heck's going on. I just noticed this one too. Like I said, I mean, oh, my stupid finger, I'm sorry. Anyhow, it's probably a naturally occurring thing, but it makes you say, I don't know for sure. I was just talking to Jim about these sticks, and this one, I was telling him it reminds me of an animal laying here with its head up. Like the Y would be its head, and the body curls around. It actually reminds me of a cat. Look up, it's with its like its arms up there, and then its body. Like she lays. One of her favorite places to lay is right down there, right in there, anywhere in the leaves. Excuse me. But that's what that kind of looks like to me. Really reminds me of a cat laying and looking. One more thing that could be related is Jim just brought a bunch of wood home, and he lined up some tall ones here. I wondered if they would do anything with this because of how it is, you know, like lean there and stuff. So it did occur to me, and Jim said so too. He wondered if these were lined up because he lined that wood up. But who in the world knows? I don't even know if it's actually Bigfoot related, but kind of interesting. It's Wednesday, November 17th, 8:30 a.m. First thing I usually do when I get up is to go by the door and look out and see if anything changed on the front porch. And this morning I was happy to see that it has. They rearranged the marbles. The blue one was here and the white one was here. So they switched them. Now the last time that I can be certain that they did something up here was on the 10th, and they put that ball in the little basket. So it's been 7 days. So I guess my thing that I always tell you about, that if they don't come up or come around much, it's usually 5 to 7 days till they do something, held true again. So that's awesome. This is so weird. I don't remember seeing this yesterday. Of course, it can come from the tree because it's part of the tree. But I don't remember ever seeing so many weird sticks, like sticking up in shapes and stuff in my yard before. So, you know, I was just telling you about this yesterday up here. Still looks the same. Anyhow. Okay, from the road I saw this new arch. This was not here in the spring. And it's been pulled down and pinned over here on this side. Okay. This is the arched tree. Comes like this, and it's been pinned with this stuff laying on it right here, holding it down. So that's cool. It's Thursday, November 25th, 5:19 p.m. Okay, this morning, Jim and I went to the woods, and I found this huge leaf. And I carried it with me, and I brought it back, and I put it in with that, like, arrangement. But I put the other slinky up against it so that it would hold it. Now, when I found it, sorry it's dark, but when I found it, it was clear over there between those two planters, right in front of them. But the weather's been not great, so I figured it could have blown over there. And then I come back. I actually did it from this side, but I'm going to show you from the other side. And I look in the bowl, the metal bowl and basket, and there are 2 marbles in there. Well, there's a story with this. These are the two of the marbles that were on the front porch in the lineup. There were 2 blue ones, 2 dark blue ones, a light blue one, and a white one. Now, unless no, well, I'm not sure. I think they're all accounted for now, but the thing that happened is the other day Wyatt came and grabbed them. 3 of them got lost. He brought one into Jim. One of the, I think it was dark blue, or was it? No, it was the light blue one, I think. So I found the other dark blue one down on the step, and there was a white one and a dark blue one missing. I thought they were goners. And there's leaf litter to each side of the steps in the front. And this morning I took my foot and I moved the leaves looking for these 2 marbles to see if I could find them, and I couldn't find them. And then now this evening, here they are. For one thing, it's crazy that they found them and brought them back. Another thing is, did they see me doing that with my foot to look for them and knew that I wanted them? Okay, but that's not all that happened. Over here, I put out 3 glass, I don't know what to call them, just little figurines. And they moved them. So hang on, I'm going to show you what they looked like, how I had them placed. Okay. Wish it wasn't dark. Okay, my phone's waterproof, so I suppose this will work. Ah! Okay, sorry. So I had them lined up left to right. The clover, the green heart, and the blue flat looking piece of glass. Now they've got them left to right. The heart, the piece of glass, and then the clover. So they rearranged those and stuff. I don't know if they moved that. I put a bunch of pears out for them over there on the bench. I don't think they've touched them. I don't know why. I'm sorry, I've got 3 things I'm trying to balance here and use, so anyhow, that's what happened, and I'm really amazed, especially at this. And they didn't do anything with that. I put those in there like that, but so anyhow, I'm gonna take the marbles in. I'm gonna put the leaf. I think I'm gonna put that like that, so that I know that it can't blow away. Let's see if they do anything else with it. This was from my arrangement, and these I'm gonna take in. And I'm gonna tell them thank you. Wow, this is some kind of camera work I'm doing. I'm going to take these in. I'm going to tell them thanks for bringing them back first. So that'll be it for now.